Hey everyone! So a few weeks ago, something exciting happened. We got our first client project from Upwork. We discussed the scope, went back and forth on what they actually needed, and we landed on a price, $8,000. Now before we dive into how we built this, here's something I want to share with you. Over the past year, I started learning about no-code tools, automation platforms, and AI workflows, and now I've officially started earning money from it. You see me on camera, but behind this mask is me and my team, a group of technical experts, developers, automation specialists, and designers who've been building real solutions for years. And we're focused on something we call personal apps. A personal app isn't some cookie-cutter software. It's a custom-built, AI-powered tool made specifically for you, for the way you work.
A kitchen inventory dashboard, a pantry insight dashboard, a fashion content dashboard, each one is different. Each one is personal. And here's the best part. You don't need to know how to code to build these.
With the AI and no-code tools we have today, anyone can create their own smart automation systems and dashboards. If you can click, drag, and connect a few blocks, you can build this. No programming degree, no technical background, just the right tools and the willingness to learn. And here's the thing, no one is really teaching this yet. This is a brand new space. The people who learn how to build these now, they're going to be the ones leading this industry in a year or two. So our next personal app project was actually custom built for one of our clients, a local pizza shop owner who wanted a simple way to manage their ingredients and stock levels. We designed a pizza shop inventory tracker, a clean, easy-to-use dashboard that helps them see all their ingredients in one place and get automatic alerts when something's running low. And the best part? Even though we built it specifically for this client, it's a system that can work for any small business, cafes, restaurants, bakeries, anyone who needs a smarter way to track inventory. We used Lovable to design the dashboard and N8N to handle all the automation like sending WhatsApp or email alerts when an ingredient runs low. This channel is dedicated to personal app building and AI automation. We're also building a community where people can learn, collaborate, and get support to create their own solutions and even turn them into income. If that sounds interesting to you, subscribe and be part of this from the start, because we're just getting warmed up. All right, let's build this thing.
This is the inventory management application we have built using Lovable. But before I show you the app itself, I want to talk about something that is actually more important than the build, and that is the prompt of this application we have built. Lovable is incredibly powerful, but it is actually pretty literal. The quality of your application USC depends on the clarity, the structure, and completeness of the prompt you give it. If your prompt is vague, you get a vague application. If your prompt is specific, structured, and aligned with Lovable's documentation, you get a production-ready application like this one. So when I was creating this application, I didn't just tell Lovable make me an inventory tracker. Instead, I followed what Lovable recommends in their prompt guideline. Our prompt starts the single goal: build a production-ready application. This tells Lovable what we are building and what finished look like. And then we go over what is the tech stack that should be used in this. And this gives Lovable an idea about what kind of tool we had to use in this. And next off, one of the most important aspects of your application, the roles. Lovable actually says in their documentation to define what each user can and cannot do. If you do not specify this, Lovable will take this and might actually give wrong privileges to wrong. And next up, we go into the data model section of your application. This is where Lovable really shines. By giving it a fully table-by-table structure, Lovable can generate pages, components, and forms automatically. I have also specified other characteristics of the application that should be available, since this is a high-stake product for us and our client actually expects a lot of stuff from this application from us. When people ask, how did you build such a big app so fast? The answer is simple. The app is only good as the prompt. If you follow Lovable's best practices and give it a structured, thorough brief, like we did, it will generate an application that actually feels designed, not random. Now that we have gone through the basic prompt at how this app was built, let's go over to the dashboard section of our application and discuss what it has. In here, you can find a quick high-level overview of the entire inventory system. And at the top, we have 4 key metrics: the total products, the stock value, low stock values, and today's movement. The total products shows how many unique items exist in the catalog. The stock value gives the total valuation of all inventory based on average cost. The low stock item shows the products that have hit or fallen below their reorder level. Later down the line, in this video, we will show you the N810 automation that is integrated with these low stock items functional in our application as well. Stay tuned for that as well. And in the today's movement session, we show how many stock transactions have happened today. Below that, we have patterns for recent activity and quick actions. As the system gets used, this area becomes your activity feed, showing you purchase orders, sales orders, and stock movers real time. Quick actions will queue shortcuts to the most common tasks. Everything here updates automatically from Supabase, giving you an instant snapshot of your operation. Now let's head on to the products page. This is actually the heart of the inventory system. On top, we have a clean set of filters and a smart search that lets you look up products by SKU, name, or barcode. The page itself is powered with server-side pagination, so it stays fast even with thousands of products. Each row gives you key details like SKU, name, category, barcode, cost, sell price, and the status of the item. This entire page is optimized for speed. Now let's head on to the stock page and see what this is about. This section is where you see how much inventory you have and where it's located. The stock levels view shows every product across every location: warehouse, main store, outlet, anything your organization uses. You can also filter by location or quickly isolate low stock items only. The movement section is your full audit trail. Every stock event receives sales, transfers, and adjustments appear here. You also have buttons to create new adjustment or initiate a new stock transfer. And since movements are immutable, you always have a complete history of what happened. Next, we have purchase orders and sales order tabs to monitor all the incoming and outgoing stock. Purchase orders track what you have ordered and received from suppliers, while sales orders track what's been sold and fulfill, keeping your entire inventory flow accurate and up to date. And next off in the People's tab, this is just to manage the supply and customers. On to the next section, which is one of the most important parts of our application, the reports page. This report section gives you an instant insight into your inventory. Right now, we have low stock report, inventory valuation, and movement summary. Every report is exported as CSV, making it easier to share, analyze, or upload into accounting systems. Last but not least, this is Supabase, where our backend is on. As you can see, there's the tables we have created over here. And also going into the database section, we can visualize our key bind here as well. And also the most important part of the policies. So the policies, we have made them using Laravel as well. In terms of the policies, we actually went ahead and edited quite a bit of stuff in here to make sure these are properly authenticated. Now that you're taking a look at our backend, we will show you how our automation part works using N810. Now that we have explored the entire application and set up our own inventory system, it's time to move on to one of the most exciting, powerful, and valuable parts of our app: the automatic low stock detection and human in the loop reordering. This workflow allows the system to automatically detect no stock, notify the business owner, and ask whether to reorder. And if approved, automatically draft an email to the supplier, all without manually checking anything. Let's walk through how the automation works, node by node. First and foremost, the most important one of them all, the schedule node. This runs automatically at whatever interval you choose. In our case, we have the interval to 1 day at a time, and we are triggering it at 8 a.m. all the time. This ensures your system continuously monitors your inventory every single day at the start of the day. Moving on to the next node, we have the Supabase node. This is what allows you to connect your app. There's one important thing in here that you have to always understand is sure to have your Supabase account properly connected, because this is one of the things that most of the newbies get confused on whenever they do not get an output. Moving on to what this node does, this returns all the items that needs attention, not just one. At this point, we may have multiple low stock alerts. In our case, in the output, it shows 2 items, namely the LG 24-inch LCD monitor and the HyperX mouse. Whenever the schedule trigger runs every day at 8 a.m., all the items which has a low quantity on hand will be coming into this node. This way, N810 has all the data it needs to go through with the workflow. And on to the next node, we have the loop over items node. This is actually a really important part of our workflow. I will quickly describe. This is because the database can return multiple items. Like you saw in the previous node, we actually had 2 items being returned. This ensures each lost of product is processed individually. We can send separate emails, get individual responses, handle each decision independently. The loop processes each item one at a time and passes it to the next step. Moving on to the next one, the wait for response node. This is actually the human in the loop node. What have we used this for? What this node does is for each item, the system automatically sends an email to the business owner asking, this item is low in stock. Would you like to reorder it? This email actually uses n8n's vendor wait mechanism. Below you will see the subject of the email as low stock alert, and I've given the name of the item. You can give it by just dragging and dropping the item over here like this. And I am just drafting an email called item quantity on hand. The reorder label we must order. And here I have given it the approval options as approval and decline. Moving on to the next node, this is also a crucial part of our application. After the owner response, the workflow checks their choice. This, if not, checks if they don't want to come from the reorder or if they want to decline. Depending on the condition, we move to the next step. And as for the final step, there is just one thing remain. Emailing the supplier based on the approval status. If the owner chooses yes, the workflow automatically prepares and sends this below email template I have prepared to the supplier. If the owner chooses no, nothing is sent. The system simply does continue. With this workflow, you now have a semi-automated procurement system. The system takes low stock entirely on its own, notifies the owner instantly, the owner approves with a click, and the supplier receives fully prepared order automatically. No spreadsheets, no manual monitoring, no list. It's fast, smart, real-time inventory automation.